Ready.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you fellas doing today?
Doing groovy.
Doing excellent, man. How are you guys?
As we like to say at the Cannabruhz Podcast, welcome to the show. All right.
Oh, that's my sound.
My bad.
Both had our sound going on.
This is something different, man. This is a mashup. The Cannabruhz on our end, we've never done a mashup, you know what I mean? But we had a great conversation with you guys, and we damn near hopped on last week.
We got real close.
You know, when you have those close. Those super comfortable conversations, you know, just when you're just vibing with somebody that you meet, especially in this industry around this enchanting, loving flower of ours. And we had that type of conversation with the guys here at MOCannaCulture. So what's popping to the MOCannaCulture listeners?
What's going on?
What's going on, y'all?
Dude, we're just we're excited to do the same thing. I felt like that was a great conversation. I felt like honestly we would have jumped on had you guys been would have been like, let's do this.
Yeah, if you guys are ready, we're ready to hit the button and go for it, you know.
No, we were having a good time, man. I just wanted to keep that conversation rolling.
Yep. So it's crazy. I know we really want to kind of allow your audience to do what it is they do, and you know, kind of chime in as well. But I think we can do to kind of complete, what is it like to say, consummate a marriage or something.
Yeah,
it's like to
consummate the shows.
Yeah, to consummate the shows, to consummate the mashup overall. I think we should do like a little quick intro, you know, for the other audiences that are involved. So you guys want to start for us?
Yeah, we can. Here, this is how we start our show.
Yeah. How are you? I'm Ramie.
How you doing today, bud? I'm PJ.
Doing great, P. What's up?
We're here on the MOCannaCulture Podcast show, and this week
we are hanging with
the Cannabruhz.
Hey,
that's our intro, guys. So now you guys do yours.
No, this is how we would normally do it. Yo, my name is Jarrell.
And I'm Corey.
And we are
the Cannabruhz.
And you are tuned in to the Cannabruhz Podcast, hosted by the Cannabruhz Media, and of course our guests and our collaborators, I should better say, the MOCannaCulture Podcast. PJ and Ramie, what's going on with you guys?
What's going on?
What's up?
Dude,
there it is.
Like I said, man, we're just excited to keep this conversation rolling, man.
Yeah.
You guys, for our audience, you guys are down in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you guys are still in the process. I saw this last weekend. We're working on trying to get legalized, or was that this weekend, or was it just like
you
guys were in March.
So this past weekend was a dope experience, a dope time. It was a civil protest. That's in a nutshell. So you know, we had a gentleman, crazy story. So we walked up to a gentleman that had his booth, and we were just talking to him. He said, older white guy, he said, "Hey man, we're short one black guy today." and keep in mind, so we've never spoken to this guy whatsoever.
Sorry, dude. I'm sure that hit you like, what did he just say to me?
Yeah.
I was shook. I didn't even know what to say. It's like,
I can only imagine.
How do I take this? I take it with a smile, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, and straight face. He said, yeah, we're short one black guy. Look me right in my soul.
right deep down in there, and got you.
And then he was saying, and then he's like, and you know where he's at? I said, where's he? He said he's locked up over there in that penitentiary. He said, did you know black people have they're 1/3 more likely to be arrested than any other ethnicity. And then
did you know that?
I didn't know that specific stat, but I was like, damn, that's a hell of an intro. Like,
right.
You can get over the fact that
I'm here for it now.
Yeah,
actually, now that I get the whole thing, that's actually
it actually makes sense.
How that made you stop for sure.
Yeah, you know, it's like someone's like, I want to tell you a joke. And it's like, what's that, fat penguin? It's like, fat penguin. I just wanted to break the ice. You're like, oh,
holy smokes!
Oh my god!
How you guys know?
Actually, the first time I've heard that.
That one's pretty good.
I've never heard
polar bear.
That's a new one for me too. The fat.
Yeah. I usually say a fat polar bear.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man. But no, we so yeah, this weekend what you guys are referencing was the 2023 Texas Marijuana March and Freedom Festival. So
perfect.
Really dope. It was hosted by Texas Cannabis Collective and in partnership with DFW Normal.
Nice.
And so that was a really dope event. So shout out to them. Shout out to Austin, Sean, Gramps, right? All great people in this industry that bring the people out. They bring the real characters in this industry out from this area. So it was a good experience, not just seeing familiar faces, but getting to meet some new people, people that have been in the industry and in the community, more importantly, doing this, some for nonprofit, some of it just for the love of the flower, man. And they were out there, just doing what they do, man. We got it all on camera too. So for the Cannabruhz audience and also for the MOCannaCulture Podcast people, stay tuned to the Cannabruhz on YouTube. We're gonna be
for sure.
Dope.
I'll say right now though, if those are the two people that you guys are working with right now, the DFW Coalition and the Normal, you're going to be just fine.
Yeah, you guys got it.
You're in good hands.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Yeah. I think sooner than later.
Yeah,
I think we're in a good spot. How was the turnout?
It was.
Did you have a lot of people show up?
Phenomenal turnout. I mean, if not 1,000 plus people out there marching, and it was funny though. My wife brought it to my attention. It said, normally during a protest, everybody is extremely loud and energetic the whole time, but at the same time,
it's a cannabis.
It's a event, baby. Marijuana protest.
Yeah, it don't get too.
What do we want? Legalization. When do we want it? No.
Whenever y'all ready. Let me smoke this J first.
Hang on.
Yeah.
When did we want it? Like yesterday?
Yeah.
Yesterday's
420.
420.
Yep. No, it was good though, man. I think it was just a great opportunity as well. I've heard Austin say it prior to the event, but just the ability to be able to light up and spark up a J, spark up a good blunt, pop a few gummies. We had some syrup on us, man. It was that type of thing, man. To do that with the cops blocking the way, say, hey, leave them alone. They're busy getting high and fighting for freedom.
That was dope,
that's
man.
the thing I've always found with the cops after our legalization. They were like, finally, now we don't have to deal with that anymore.
There's much worse things out there, and especially in this state.
They just don't care about weed. Yeah. Even if you're in a state where it's illegal, they could care less.
Right.
They really could. They're only going to do their job when they're forced to.
Yeah.
That, as far as that goes, like they don't want to do that. I mean, I'm sure there's some out there that are like, probably gung-ho.
All by the book.
They're never
going
to change until the law changes. However, but for the most part, every cop I've talked to, they don't seem to really care about marijuana.
Yeah, most I've encountered. I've got a good buddy who is a sheriff deputy down in Warsaw.
A white guy. That, now I know there's a difference there, so I'm saying that as a white guy. I have personally never had an issue with it with any type of cop. They've always just been like, didn't see it, before it was legal.
Right.
And now they can care less.
I bet you a vast majority of law enforcement would consume if they could.
They didn't without
get drug tested. I mean, the stuff that they see day to day and experience is similar to veterans. I mean, yeah.
No, I mean, honestly, I know for a fact that like a lot of correctional officers smoke.
Well, and I know for a fact I had, and I'm not going to say any names, but I had a former officer from Clinton come in my shop, and he had his patient card, and he said he literally got it because they put him on pills. And it wasn't doing anything for him. He couldn't sleep at night. It was giving him terrors, all that kind of stuff. And he tried it. He came in, and now he's a patient. He said it helped with his PTSD and everything because Clinton went through years back. They went through some police shootings and stuff like that, and so that he was experiencing through that. He was a part of that, And he said this has made a difference.
Yeah.
So I know for a fact there's cops out there that's going to do it.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
if they could, they would. Right. You know, he's not an officer anymore, but.
Well, no, but I mean, if it does help PTSD, let's just be honest.
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
Huge for that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's good enough that we have veterans out that are lobbying for, you know, cannabis legalization and even decriminalization, which is dope to see because they really could just land on the legalization piece on their end and kind of chill there. But based on the fact that they've also been subject to some, you know, the law enforcement, not the, you know, the enforcement of these laws. Has made it difficult on them as well, just like any other civilian, just like anybody else that's never, you know, put on that uniform. And they are still going through the same thing, and they continue to fight for decriminalization as much as they're fighting for legalization. And we greatly appreciate it. Yeah.
We just did a story a few weeks back about the VA doctors will soon be able to actually prescribe marijuana.
Yeah, so that's starting to happen too
in states where it's legal. So they're going to actually start. They're starting to change things. And the other thing they've got to get changed is that if you work in the industry and you get right out of the military, you're no longer able to use your VA loan.
Yeah. Which there's a couple
that's got to change.
Yeah, because you can't buy a house if you can't use your VA loan because you're using marijuana. Marijuana patient.
So like if you get right out of the military and you go and you start working at a dispensary or something in the industry, your VA loan is null and void now until you are no longer working in that industry.
Corey, did you know that?
So we've got a guy up here. His name's Victor Owens with Bluebird Wellness. Who kind of found a little skirt around working with a bank where he's doing 1% down, and then matches up to 2%. Was it what it
2 or 3%, something like that? I don't remember, but it's very close.
They're doing he did it basically for everyone, for veterans.
For veterans to start with.
But he now extends it to anyone in the cannabis industry if you need a loan.
Because a lot of banks are not giving out loans for anybody who's in the industry. Because it's weed money and the banks, and that's starting to change too. It's gone through the House. So that's a big deal too for federal banking. Once federal banking opens up for that too, it's going to open up the loans, the house loans, the veterans, and all that kind of stuff.
Hopefully all that goes away as soon as that happens.
Yeah. Hopefully that kind of seals the deal and opens up the, a lot of things for everybody. So that's what we're working with right now. So
we're a little ahead of you guys.
Definitely going to look into that a little bit more. But from the federal stance, it makes sense because they don't want drug money, or they don't want to be laundering money or anything like that. So naturally, they don't want to do anything that has to do with cannabis.
So they don't want to give you a house loan or anything like that. Your VA loan, they scrape it off the table.
Yep.
You don't get to use it anymore.
So that our buddy up at Bluebird found a little workaround. So if you happen to be a veteran, you're in the industry and haven't been able to use your loan, you call Bluebird Wellness up in Lee Summit, Missouri. Bluebird
Wellness Center.
Center, and they will get you hooked up.
Fire plug right there.
Oh, plug them in.
Hey, help
I'm telling you,
we'll plug him down in the bottom.
We'll put him down in the bottom for sure because he worked in the housing industry before he started all this.
And was in loaning
and was doing home loans and mortgages and stuff, and then saw a need for this stuff.
Yeah.
And so he said it himself. We had him on the show, probably a couple months back now.
Yeah, he was great.
And he talked about all this, and he's the one that said, I'm a nerd and I love doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
And so
he loves paperwork.
I've loved paperwork, and why not just help the people out and do it? So he's a great guy for sure.
I will say when I renewed my card, it was a 5-minute phone call, and he took care of even the state fees for me. So all I had to do was go in and change my password afterwards in the state.
And I will tell you this, I had somebody who did a renewal and they got it back in 8 hours.
Damn. I had my card within 24 hours after he put the paperwork in.
Yeah. He's a great guy. Wow. And he does a lot of work for the industry.
Dude,
and he's a pioneer, and you guys should definitely get involved with him. And
absolutely.
We'll get you
hooked up with him for sure.
Yeah. We appreciate that. Let's get that information in. No, that's serious
one of my favorite
business.
things about doing this is giving people contacts and helping network, and it's good for people like us doing these shows that we need to be. The more people we know, the better it'll be.
Well, the more people that have the information, that you guys can get it to your audience, like we're doing right now. This mashup is a prime example. I know Victor's in Ohio. He's going to other states, so I guarantee he needs a hookup in Texas.
Absolutely.
You know, he wants to get there too. So we'll get him.
Well, yeah, that's what that's what we're about. We try to raise our hand and say, hey, reach out to us, right?
That's what we're doing too.
Yeah, we want to be the contact. I mean, for the most part, you guys checked out our show and we appreciate the support as always.
Absolutely,
we tend to try to lean on the business end of things, and so we always discuss the business side of the of the industry, mainly because when we started in this thing, we didn't see one representation from people who look like us. So just just regular old two black dudes, or whatever. But then we also didn't see representation from the financial service industry. I'm like, we know when we talk to our peers and going day to day and what we do with Harvest AF Financial Consulting is we try to help these businesses out with the bookkeeping, taxes, entity structure, all that kind of thing, just like everybody else. But nobody was talking about it. So like for us, it is important that we continue to be that representation for like people that just need to know, hey, how do I not give Uncle Sam all of my damn money, my hard-earned money, like illegally? Like, how can I, hold it from?
Yeah, exactly. How am I
jail?
not breaking the law? What can I keep, and what do I have to give them? The bare bones minimum. What do I have to give them for them to be happy, and me to be happy, and make that piece of pie?
And on that note, we literally just what happened? What happened to us?
Looks like
can you hear us?
Unplugged.
You lost your visual.
We can hear you. We just
hold on a second.
Plug it back in.
What
It's like a different camera.
Oh, hold on a second. I don't know what happened. That was weird. That's the first time that's ever happened.
It's the man.
Probably that's what I'm saying, man. We're getting
say we trying to help you keep all this money.
Wow.
Yeah, it's.
But we just actually did our LLC just recently, and so that's the reason I was like, oh my god,
we lost him.
There we go.
There we go.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yep, there's the camera.
No
I had to flip it real fast.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but we got her.
Yo, shout out to Cup who said Halloween spooky.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can see both the chats on. You guys can see the chat too. Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah. Halloween spooky. Yeah, we got all of our audiences in on one chat. So I'm trying to do my best to make sure we keep up. So shout out to Cup.
Right.
Yeah, we're trying to. Damn it, Cam. Yeah. That's what we said. Cam stepped out. It's all right though.
Damn it, Cam.
Yeah, exactly.
There it was. Perfect.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have blamed that on Carter too.
Yeah. Where's Carter?
Yeah, we always blame on Carter. Damn it, Carter.
That's right. Exactly.
That's perfect.
Too funny.
So we did it right.
Man. So what was that experience like for y'all? I mean, like, first of all, I know you guys are definitely gaining some traction, and that's maybe a reason you say, hey, we should really be have all of our paperwork done and all that. But like, what has it been like, and what was the motivation behind actually like, hey, let's get this on paper?
So the motivation came from the idea of merch. That was time to do merch.
Yeah.
We're getting a little bit bigger following, and I kind of felt like that was going to be the next gateway to as cheap of advertising as we could possibly pull off.
So pulling people into the show, if we've got some cool, designs, the logos and stuff like that, they're wearing it. They're like, well, where's those guys at? Where are we getting that info from?
And we're not just slamming everything at them. Nothing has a pot leaf on it. Nothing is like, we made sure that like most of it is stuff that you could wear in public and nobody would really know, except for maybe the Never Not High, except it has an HI, not HIGH.
Yeah.
So everything's slightly hidden in, it's not like straight in your face. Like our other one is the Terp Chaser t-shirts, the bucket hat, stuff like that. Nothing is like screams out marijuana. It's more one of those, like, if you know,
Yeah.
And if you don't, you would ask questions and say, well, what is that, man? That's actually kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Right. So
we dropped it on the ticker. We dropped it.
Yeah, I saw it scrolling. I saw it scrolling.
I appreciate that.
Caleb, look at that.
Cannabruhz and Cannababez out there. Y'all have it. They got
That's
fire
awesome.
merch. You go to MOCC420.myshopify.com. It's on the ticker at the bottom. You know, we got to show some love. So, because that bucket is hard. I need a bucket.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Hey, I love a bucket on my locks. I'm gonna need a bucket.
Man.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, we've got.
It's hard to find a good bucket. That's why I did it, because I was like, man, I found some good buckets, dude.
Yeah, we've got some purple ones and some black ones.
Yeah,
and then we've got this one, last one. This one.
Now we got two of those.
We got two of these.
Hey,
two of these left.
Yeah.
How much are the buckets going for? We got the price.
Yeah, we're doing those for 30.
Yep.
Okay.
Doing
$30.
30. Wasn't anything crazy. I've seen them for way more expensive than that.
Yeah.
I was like, that's just
Right.
insane. I wanted it to be obtainable.
Yeah.
I think our t-shirts are 17.
Mm-hmm. Hoodies are 23.
Fact, I believe there's also a free shipping code on there if you buy more than 2 items.
Yeah.
So I think 3 and up items you get free shipping.
Stickers too.
The stickers are
the koozies that say the Terp Chaser on it. So your favorite terp that do all that for us, you know.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So I've got all that on there.
Man,
yeah.
I love it. I mean, we got to realize, like, we're 4 podcasters. Like, we're the new rock stars. You know what I mean? We say, like, it's true. We're the new rock stars. This is what it looks like, you know, in 2023 and beyond.
Yeah.
Like, we got merch going on. We got TV shows. We got, you know, we're speaking. You can find us in so many different places. We definitely got some things on the way too.
Everywhere.
and along with the motivation of the merch,
links in the description of our, it was like, oh shit, there's so many.
Yeah, you guys got the Weed TV, the Weed and Whiskey TV.
The Weed and Whiskey TV. That is going to be fun, dude. I cannot wait until I hope you get to see that.
Yeah. I think the other part of it.
So you have a solid date on when that's coming out, or you're not ready to say?
Yep.
Are you ready?
19.
We're ready to say today is October 18th, and we try not to date ourselves, but with this release coming this week, we had to say it.
Hey, I don't know if they can hear this or not, but
show them the Weed and Whiskey merch, boy.
Look at that. There you go.
Nice.
Look at the W with the whiskey bottle and then the pot leaf.
I like it.
Hey,
Weed and Whiskey.
Shout out to Weed and Whiskey TV.
There you go. That's awesome. I didn't even see that sitting there.
Man, I'm excited, man. So it comes out tomorrow?
Yeah.
So tell them a little bit about the Cannabruhz for their audience. Talk about the Cannabruhz
tell our audience about it.
Man, so the Cannabruhz experience is that. It's a experience that you get to experience with us. And so the whole concept of the Cannabruhz experience is we're going out to discover and to display different facets of the cannabis industry. So it's not just grows and dispensaries out there. It's not about just smoking weed or taking edibles. Oh, we lost the video.
Yeah, I'm getting
coming back.
But we're gonna keep on pushing. So it's not about that, but there's more to the industry than that. So this is a perfect example. We linked up with our brother CeeLo the Hooker.
Yeah, shout out to CeeLo.
Hey, he a master fisherman, and he took us out into Dino Land, Texas, and showed us how to catch fish. Because me and this brother right here
ain't never caught a nan.
But a cold.
I think I've got to start. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I'm excited to see that. All right, hang on just a second. Let me hit this camera, but you're gonna lose us.
Okay.
Yep. But no, so a little bit more. So you guys right now can go to weedandwhiskey.tv.
Yep.
Spelled like you normally spell weed and whiskey when you're sober. You know, weedandwhiskey.tv. You can register for a free account so you can actually check out the Cannabruhz experience. We got 10 episodes. 10 episodes?
10 episodes.
10 episodes for you that's coming in season 1. Episode 1 does drop tomorrow, October 19th. If it's after October 19th when you're checking this out, you might want to go ahead and head on over to weedandwhiskey.tv.
Yeah, man.
Register for your account. Check out the Cannabruhz experience and let us know what you think, man. We partnered with some amazing people, like some next level entrepreneurs, next level you know what I'm saying? I would say the ingenuity of these what I call modern day cannabis geniuses to put together their innate passions and the love of the flower, man.
And just show us around the plant. Show us all the different things the plant can do, and let us experience that for the first time. and show the people that, like, hey, the plant is more than just a plant.
More than just the plant. So yeah, man, this first episode with CeeLo the Hook is going to be a great one. If you're in the DFW area, make sure make sure that you go out and book with Smoking Fish God Services. So shout out to CeeLo. There's your plug, bro.
Bow.
There's your plug. Yeah, man. So I mean, that's one of the main things that we're focused on right now, but we're also building our overall brand. Just making sure that word gets out there. There's not enough information about financial literacy within the cannabis space. And like we spoke about, that's the primary goal of ours. And then we would love to actually help out as many people as possible with our financial consulting business. So you can always reach us, at harvestaf.net. So there you go. Cup, you love you some fishing. You're going to love episode 1. If you haven't gotten your free account yet, go ahead and do it and let us know what you think about the show.
Plug talk.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, we're waiting for PJ and Ramie to get back on, and then we're gonna continue to go crazy. What else we got going on, man?
Well, while we're waiting for them, those of you that are watching, if y'all got any questions just on the business tip, man, let us know, and we're more than happy to try and answer those questions, depending on how complex that question is, right?
Just ask.
Yeah, just ask. Just ask, send it our way, and we try to answer it.
Yeah, just ask, and we definitely could let you know. But for us, for the folks that are, of course, really MOCannaCulture, meaning you're out there in Missouri. In Texas, if you're not aware of our situation, we are predominantly hemp. So we don't really have the opportunity to go cop some fired tree like you guys have had for quite some time. And it's well, not legally, I should say. But you guys have a lot of stuff going on too. And so we really wanted to speak with the guys about their thoughts. A couple things that I was reading from like what's going on in Missouri right now is that the regulators and St. Louis County officials are actually facing a lawsuit that alleges the stacking of municipal and county level marijuana taxes. They're saying that it's unconstitutional. What do you think instantly as soon as I say that?
I mean, cannabis businesses are taxed hella hard already. So it's tax on tax on tax on tax on tax. So it's frustrating, and it sucks from us at the financial level or the ancillary side, because we want to see the cannabis businesses win. Yeah. And that's more money coming out their pocket, and that's going to cause more businesses to fail, because it's already 2 out of 10 businesses succeed already. Right.
There's not much.
Right. So if that's his regular business. So if you got 2 out of 10 succeed, and then you throw on all the constraints of the cannabis industry in there, I would say 20% of 20% is what you have left over that can succeed. So then these businesses need as much revenue as possible so that they can continue operations, specifically if they're on the marijuana side. Yeah. And that's what we try to talk about, is making sure that they actually they have a fair shot at doing so. But they have that going on, and you know how we feel about overtaxation of cannabis. It just doesn't make any sense. Boston Tea Party.
Come on, bro. But don't throw it in the water.
Missouri cannabis.
But don't wet that blunt, don't you? Don't do it. Don't do it. They also say some other news in Missouri cannabis news is Pleasant Hill, Drexel, and Parkville, Missouri voters will decide on local marijuana tax measures on their November ballot. So it's funny that we're actually talking about that, because guess what? These people actually have the opportunity to vote, man. We always talk about, we're just complaining about like what you're not able to do. You're complaining about the laws, you're complaining about the taxes. Well, if you're complaining about local marijuana tax and you're a business owner out there in Missouri, November ballots that's your chance. That's your chance to get up, get involved and get active. Say something. Make sure that your voice is heard. No different than us on these microphones right now. Yeah, man. So this November, we're in October now. That means you probably have less than a month before you're ready to do that. And hey, man, we support you. If there's any way that the Cannabruhz can help you out, I would start with going back and checking out some of our older episodes where we've broken down a lot of stuff that's going on. I think we've covered Missouri in our Word on the Street segment. But you guys just make sure that you stay active. And let's just go ahead and let's get active. We got our guys back in the house.
Yes,
What's
sir.
up? We went on to a different camera.
It's all good. We had Cup in the comment section that said that PJ and Ramie are most likely doing dabs.
Well, we should have been.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Cup. Yeah, we should have been, but
tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So
they
anyway,
said whatever's
going
on right now, it's worth hitting a couple dabs one time.
Well, yeah.
Speaking of that, has there been any type of like strain that's like really just taking Missouri by storm?
There's a few.
There's quite a few.
I think the first one was Lavender Jones that really just took off. It's got this gorgeous purple flavor to it. I mean,
talk about it.
Dude, tastes like purple. Unless you know what purple tastes like, you don't know.
Yeah.
I got you. Explain it, but I will tell you this: the second you taste it, you're just gonna go, "That's purple," and you just know. Everyone just knows. It's crazy. But usually it's anything with like I think Lavender Jones is a purple Urkel mixed with Casey Jones.
100% right.
And purple Urkel is amazing. I love any purple strain. Not the color of the weed by any means. That's just what they called it because I'm sure the flavor.
Right.
I call it my gamer weed because I can be sitting there gaming for like 3 or 4 hours, nice focus melted into the couch, and then be like, oh yeah, I have a cat. I better go like feed my cat and do what I'm supposed to do. And then I can get up and play with the cat, get that mental stimulation, that body relaxation still up and going, and then lay back down and just go right back into that game and back into shooting zombies and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I rock with it. It's been a minute since I had that. I actually had just got back to some Blue Dream, and and I thought I was like, this kind of reminded me of that in a certain way, for my body chemistry at least. So
Blue Dream's got a nice cedary flavor to it. Like in my opinion, it's very cedary, delicious, and probably one of the very few sativas that or sativa leaning that I'll smoke. I like my end of couches.
Okay. There's a bunch of myth busters out there that I've seen online recently where they're saying, what do you guys think about the fact that they're saying that sativa indica is really just in our high ass brains and that it's actually no different? What do you think about that?
We have thoughts.
I have thoughts, and I will
here are my thoughts.
Okay, yeah, you give your thoughts and I'll give mine.
99% of all the strains out there are hybrids. Just call them what they are. There are very, very few landrace strains of marijuana, of cannabis that have been found across the world. I mean, I think we're talking about like 12, so those are the originals. And yes, one of those may have been like a super speedy, and one of the, and some of those may have been super, super laid back. And so that's just how that came about. It was the, indica sativa, or, the cannabis sativa or cannabis indica. I mean, a true scientific classification? No.
I think there's been so much crossbreeding,
but we don't
have
any science behind anything because we have yet to be able to study it. So as that stuff progresses in the future, hopefully, then we'll learn more and more and more about it, and you're just going to end up knowing that there's just a shit ton of hybrids.
And I feel like because of how much crossbreeding's been going on, like you said, there's not those originals out there.
Very few.
That they're all hybrids anyways. And so what we look at for those effects, at least how we classify them here, I feel like, is the terpenes. The terpenes are what give you those medicinal benefits that's going to get you to those the anti-inflammatory, the uplift, the anti-anxiety, the antifungal. All of those things come from the terps. And that what gives you that flavor and profile that you want for the sativa and indica effect. And some cannabinoids
do help.
CBN,
like anti-anxiety from the CBD.
Correct. The CBN, the CBG, it creates that entourage effect.
Exactly. Sorry, I didn't know if you wanted me to say that or not.
No, I thought you did, but he didn't catch it. I tried to do this and he didn't do it. So
in the beginning of the show, anytime we said entourage effect, we would slap a picture or a poster of the entourage TV show over our faces.
Just
whoever said it, just to be goofy.
I love it.
Yeah. So
Entourage is legendary.
I've never seen.
Oh yeah, excellent show. Excellent show.
You've never seen
Dude, you
will
learn to love Ari. Ari's one of the greatest characters ever written on TV.
What's the show about?
Their manager is the best.
It's about no, it is. Hey. Corey asked me, what is the show about? And I'm like, well, it's about an entourage.
About the entourage.
It's a simple answer.
It's about the entourage effect.
No, it's honestly, it was Mark Wahlberg is the one that wrote it originally.
That's right.
It was his idea because it was kind of like this was him and his come up, but yet his older brother Donnie was now in the shadows. And so there's that kind of dynamic between the main character and his older brother, and then their whole crew, because I guess Mark Wahlberg also hired all of his friends to do all the jobs for him. So that's kind of what this is. Yeah,
it's a come up story through Hollywood. You know, basically a Hollywood come up story of somebody really successful and saying, "Hey, man, I'm gonna bring my crew. I'm going to bring the people that I started in this thing with in real life, and they're going to come up with me." And it's a lot of ups and downs and the flows of everything. Kind of reminds me of Cannabruhz.
I was just about to say that. I was like, well, we got
good show.
Yeah, but like I said, you were rocking with it. Yeah, you were rocking.
Yeah, the manager Ari, one of the best characters ever written on TV, though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
he's so up their butt all the time.
Yeah,
funny.
It's a good show. You should definitely go back. Definitely go back and check it out. All right. So, of course, we had some different questions for you fellas today. So we wanted to make sure that we visited those just so we can get more familiar on camera with our audiences and everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
So, one thing that we have is, has there been a particular? No, I know what I think we covered that. What are some misconceptions about cannabis consumers that you would like to dispel? We have a little bit of a business crowd, so
okay. Well, first of all, I can't stand the old trope of the lazy stoner.
Facts.
I smoke weed all day, every day, and I get a lot of stuff done.
And forget that you did it.
Yeah, some days. I have to go back and look and be like, did I do all that right? Just making sure. But I will say this: it makes me double check my work, which I would never do if I wasn't high.
Facts.
They're just things that I'm telling you, it makes me more aware of my situation because I am smoking and I'm aware that I'm smoking. So that makes me want to be more aware of all of my surroundings.
Well, it's being an adult about it and using it when you can, because it is our medicine. We're both patients. And so it's
here's my thing. If you're a lazy stoner, then you were predispositioned to be that way. It had nothing to do with the weed, in my opinion.
Tell the truth.
It really does.
You were lazy.
I've got a full-time job, and
they just get to blame it on the weed after that, or somebody gets to blame it on the weed after that, but it doesn't mean that that's what it was.
Right. Yeah. No, I have a full-time job and do this podcast with Ramie, and
I've smoked every day for the last 20 some odd years, and I have worked all of them up until I became disabled.
Yeah. So I think that's the stigma, that not all stoners are lazy. There are lazy stoners.
Yeah.
I think there's potheads and then there's stoners. There's a difference between those. I think stoners are more of the lazy ones, and potheads know more about the
stay high as a kite.
Yeah.
And then you've got your medical users that are literally just trying to kill some pain and reaping the rewards of the medicine.
Well, potheads,
like getting really, really
know about the terps and the cannabinoids and the products that are right for them. I think that's a pothead compared to a stoner.
But I was in a grow store the other day, and there was a retired couple in there, had to have been in their 70s, and they were buying everything for a indoor grow setup, and not for vegetables. They were going to grow their own weed, and I was like, they looked like anyone's grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that is the best. That's the stuff I love to see. I remember when we were voting on the issue, I got up really early, and the only people there really early are really old people, and me, and I'm in line, and there's only like maybe 7 people in front of me. I mean, I got there early, and they were all talking about the correct issue to vote on, and they were talking about it the same way I was going to vote on it, and I was like, wow, I love seeing this.
Yeah,
we just got in the chat too. It's normal for moms to medicate with cannabis
without question.
We just got that.
We just telling you comment section.
I'm telling you, man, the last few events that we've been to, I feel like it is 90% women.
Yep.
At these events.
You know, out here in Texas, there's the hemp housewife.
Good.
Shout out to her.
And she has a signature brand called Mama Needs a Minute.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
may have seen her on is she on Instagram?
She's
definitely on IG. Yeah,
I think she is. I think I may have caught some of her stuff before.
Yeah, and she also has a show on Weed and Whiskey TV.
She does have a show on Weed and Whiskey. I think her name is
nice.
Kim Flores.
Yeah, I the craziest thing, I can't remember her last name.
I believe it's Kim Flores.
Okay.
And it's the hemp housewife.
The hip housewife. Yeah.
Mama Needs a Minute. For all the moms out there. Crazy thing that a lot of people don't know. So I got 2 kids, 2 under 2. And I was a stay-at-home dad for 2 years.
Nice.
And
that's awesome.
Man, when I say I understand, like I was just like, I get it when they show like moms with wine and they're just drinking all the damn time. Like, oh man, that was. And I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna get off it because I can go for hours about it. But like that was the hardest, most difficult time that I've ever had. It was rewarding because I got to raise my kids. Me and my so me and Jarrell will be working virtually. And I'm watching these kids at the same time, which, oh man, that was
difficult enough.
Yeah, look, my gamer buddy says that I live my life on expert mode.
Doing everything all at once. Yeah,
got it. Yeah, man, just like put it on the hardest mode possible, dude.
Yeah, man. So that was extremely difficult. So I say I want to give a special shout out to all the stay-at-home moms and stay-at-home dads and stay-at-home parents, man, because
and
the world doesn't know until they've done it, man. The world does not know how difficult it is, and you don't get the credit you deserve at all. Yep. So shout out to y'all.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all single parents out there that are out there doing that, dads included.
Oh, yes, I can imagine.
There's no downtime as a stay-at-home parent. That's the thing. You don't actually get a break.
Well, when you're a stay-at-home parent,
you do, but you're in the back of your head, you're constantly still thinking, I need to be right there. I need to be over there. I need to be over there.
Well, because you're a cook, you're cleaner, you're entertainer, you're a napper, you're a teacher, you're all of these things that you have to name off as a single parent and trying to do another job too. It's
not even a single parent. Just
in general, stay at home. Yeah, just any of those things. All of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a hell of a job, man. And just being a parent in general, all the circumstances. It's like any circumstance can throw off just having like a perfect parenting situation, but there's ways to balance with that. So shout out to people like the hemp housewife that said, hey, mama does need a minute. I need a quick J. Let me just step outside or, step to my area and smoke something, and I'll come back. It might be a little bit easier to deal with those kids, man.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely, man. I agree. Every mom needs their downtime.
Right. Missouri is a fun place. I actually have a brother that lives in Missouri. I think in Kansas City or somewhere close to Kansas City.
Oh, that's not very far at all.
No, at all. In fact, it's not actually that far from us. We figured that out. Like I think it's like the same like drive that it would be to go to Corpus Christi. Yeah.
We're like 6 hours from you guys, I think. It's not a far drive.
Yeah. It's the same drive to go from here to South Texas, like Corpus Christi. If you live in Texas,
is that not insane?
Yeah,
I mean, seriously,
Texas is that big. That's the reason too. I think that it's a big deal what happens with cannabis in Texas, because it's such as a territory in the United States. When you look at like population size, territory, how big Texas really is, for Texas to not have it together in terms of cannabis, it's a big hit. But when Texas actually gets it together,
it's gonna be the biggest.
The industry switches.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, seriously, a lot of good business is coming
biggest industry in Missouri almost overnight. You know, I mean, you guys are going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, though, I know how big that state is. I was doing a job in Bee Cave in Austin. Or is it Houston? Anyway, it's right there on the Gulf. And I had to drive to a job in San Antonio. What's that?
I said, yeah, that wasn't Austin. That had to have been Houston.
It was Houston. Yeah, it was Houston. Yeah. And had to drive to San Antonio and thought, no worries. It's still within the state. That's no big deal. I don't even remember how long that drive took. That drive was the worst. I did it at night, and there's those like 10, 12-foot fences blocking each side so the deer don't run in front of you, so that you don't die.
Nope, I'm good.
Exactly.
I mean, don't get me wrong. We got deer that cross the road, and it's always a good possibility up here. I mean, and they don't even really follow the signs either.
Yeah, there's signs out for our deer to cross, and they just completely ignore them.
They don't even use them.
Yeah, they don't use the signs. They don't use the crossings.
You know what
we
we're
have
talking
set.
about.
They don't use them.
They don't use the deer crossings.
Yeah,
they're out there, man. Like we put out tons of them.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Tons of them. We know they're there, but they
figure it out, deer.
They don't care. They just take off.
Crazy.
Sorry,
I mean,
guys.
so I know we got our audience want to make sure that they know what's up, man. So you guys have the merch that you have out. Trust me, you're gonna see me with a beanie, a bucket soon.
Yep.
Definitely see me with a bucket soon,
dude. I wear it every freaking day.
We'll put this one aside for you.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah. Put it aside for me.
Bucket Bros.
The Bucket Bros.
The Bucket Bros.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We got a rapper that's up in St. Louis that's got one. He said he was gonna put it in his next video. Yep.
As he should, man. Yeah. What else do y'all have going on before we let the people get out of here?
Well, the next big adventure, other than that, we just keep up with Missouri cannabis news.
Yep.
If there's any big national news, we cover it as well. We should probably hashtag those out a little better. But anyway,
but we don't have a Carter, we have a Cam.
Yeah, we have a Cam, and Cam doesn't really do his job.
Yeah.
So
we don't do our job half the time either.
Yeah. But anyway, the next big thing though is we're getting ready to start shooting the first couple of episodes of the Hi Guys Try Stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A new channel we're getting ready to launch.
Yep.
Hopefully in the next month you'll start seeing the first episode, and hopefully we can knock one a week out.
Yep.
It's going to be a fully edited show, so these are going to take a little bit, but they're going to be different challenges that we're going to try to have 4 people on every episode to make it interesting.
Yeah, not just us.
And they're going to be layered challenges. It's not just going to be one thing. Whatever happens, we're going to end up layering some other stuff into it. So to keep it really interesting and kind of funny. Yeah. And the smoking will be implied. We're not going to smoke on that channel. We're just going to rarely even talk about it, and only using very adult and very YouTube friendly words.
Yep.
I need
to take
to be able to get monetized. That's the whole point. This channel,
I'll take an OSHA meeting.
This is a it's never going to be monetized, and we know this.
Yeah. The one we're on now is never going to be on. We talk about marijuana. We smoke it openly on the show. Yeah. It's just not going to happen.
We can do that.
Federal,
totally cool to do. Yeah. Just YouTube is not going to hand us money to do that.
And so
man, we get it. We definitely understand that piece. First of all, congratulations on just keeping the creativity going. Because we can package good cannabis content up in so many different ways. I don't think any of us will live to the day where we really run out of ideas.
No way.
You might run out of creativity, but you won't run out of ideas.
No, you actually hit that like spot on. PJ and I say a lot of the time, like the content is just right there. I mean, it's right in front of us. It's on Instagram, it's on YouTube, it's on, you know, our emails, you know, if you're following Normal and, you know, the what is it, not the Ganjier, but Ganjapreneur magazine, excellent magazine.
Evolution magazine
the
too,
local, yeah, that's a Missouri magazine. And so there's tons of content. Like, we don't even have to think about content, but the jokes, the funny stuff that we try to pull off,
that's what takes forever.
Holy crap, that takes all the energy.
But we also say the only way that it's going to fail is if we don't do it.
Exactly. So
there
we
you go.
Put the effort in. We try. We love it.
So and we love doing
you guys
it.
You guys are doing a hell of a job too. You guys are doing a hell of a job. So we're excited.
Yeah,
we're excited to see what you guys have coming up. We kind of mentioned what was going on for. I should say going up. What was going on with our platform? They definitely be able to see more Cannabruhz podcasts. You'll be able to see those on a more regular basis going forward. But the Cannabruhz experience, as we've mentioned before, is where all of us will get
back to the races tomorrow.
I'll be tuning in first thing tomorrow, and or if it starts at midnight, I'll probably just stay up and maybe crack open a cold one and light up a J and sit there and watch the experience, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
There you go.
That'd be great.
We appreciate that support.
Absolutely, man. I'm in.
Before we
we definitely appreciate that support. But no, I just wanted to make sure that we, we let them know what y'all had going on, and it was a pleasure sitting down with you two gentlemen. Of course,
apologize
you guys
for the camera issues.
Hey, we had the same issues just at the beginning. There's no real difference. That's I'm glad that it happened that way for everybody that was in the room early. We roll with the punches, baby. That's what this industry is.
That's what we say on the show.
Same.
That's why it's not edited anymore. It's real. And we want to be real and authentic and learn along with it. And I think that's a big motivation for me. We were talking about the merch earlier, but motivation, I think too, for it with the merch too, is knowing that we can bring that to the people, and that's what we want to do. So
absolutely,
educating the best we can.
We appreciate it.
Educate. We like what you guys are doing too. I mean, I'll probably be getting a hold of it's Harvest AF, right?
Yep, harvestaf.net.
Yep.
I will be getting a hold of you on there very soon to get some info.
Yeah.
Since like we were saying, it didn't get into, but the fact that we just got our LLC and I think the cameras were screwing up right about then, but yeah.
You know what? We might have to run this back, man. Within the next, I don't know. I've got to look at our calendar, but
absolutely, man. I'm in
because the MOCannaBuzz live.
I'm telling you, man, I'm in. Like, guys, I'm serious. Let's do this again. I think it'd be great.
I mean, we talked about this, last week and this week a little bit. You guys bring a different side to it.
Yeah.
On the business side, and we're more the consumer side.
Yeah.
And it's nice to bring those two together and understand what's going on both sides for everybody, so everybody can feel comfortable and break that stigma of what a stoner is and what a pothead is, and what we do.
And you can have conversations together too.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
People need to be able to realize that you can come from the business. There's a lot of misconceptions and myths that we have to debunk a little bit, letting them know that you can bring bookkeepers and enrolled agents and tax professionals, and just businessmen and good old fashioned stoners, together all in one place.
Absolutely, man. The conferences that we've had up in Missouri so far have been awesome.
Yep.
You've got everything from the owners of the companies to, their employees following them around or setting up their booths, and everyone shows up, and they
all the way down to bud tenders and
all outside smoking at some point together.
Right.
And
it's hilarious to look at.
Rising up, and it's amazing.
You got everything from ratty torn clothes to a guy in a business suit with a bow tie standing there smoking together. And it's just like,
it's like you guys said, when
doctors, lawyers.
You guys were doing that last week, walking down the street, just straight up, just everybody was getting it. That's amazing. That's what we want.
That's what the community really is, man. Yeah. Again, we want to thank you, Corey. Appreciate it as always.
Of course.
Ramie, PJ, man, we greatly appreciate it. Gotta dap y'all up and all
Absolutely.
of that. There we go from state to state.
We'll do it like that.
Load it up,
Just,
too.
there it is.
Bow.
Exactly.
We appreciate you guys, and let's definitely do this again. For anybody that's still on, we definitely stay tuned. And we'll definitely give you guys some more information about when we're rolling that out for our next Cannabruhz Live, man. Until then, we just want to thank you. This is our send out. There you go.
Ours is like, share, subscribe, like you guys always do. We're about to drop the mic for you guys, and we'll get out of here.
Tiny mic drop.
Hey, we ended on that,
and we out.
Man, appreciate you guys.
Later. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.